Hello, scientists, water experts. So today we're going to be talking about sources of water. A water source. What's a water source? Well, where we find water. It's the location of where we find water that we find useful, whether it's to drink, to bathe, to have fun in. That's where we find these water sources. We have the ocean. Yeah, friends, this is the largest body of water. If you look at the globe, everything that's in blue is an ocean. How much of our world is the ocean? Quite a bit. Now, the ocean is the largest body of water, and it covers about 71% of the earth. That's a lot. It can have waves, and it's made of salt water. In the ocean, you can find many types of animals and plants that live there, that make their home there, from the tippy top of the water to all the way at the bottom, dark bottom of the ocean. We have fish and octopus and whales. Even submarines go down in the ocean. The water in the ocean is also always moving, friends. Sometimes we can have waves, and sometimes we can have ripples on the surface. Just like you see here is a smaller body of water than an ocean. And if you see here, how beautiful it is. Friends, a lake is made of fresh or salt water. It is larger than a pond. A lake is surrounded by land on all sides. And these can be natural or man-made. That means that people got together and built it. A lake can be found with mountains surroundings or a forest. Yeah. This water source is generally not moving. So if a water is not moving, do you hear any sound? No. Unless you splash in it, right? And here's a pond. A pond is an even smaller source of water. So it's oceans, lakes, ponds. Ponds is a water source that can be natural or man-made as well. It is surrounded by land like on all sides, just like a lake, but it is smaller. A pond is also like the lake in that the water is generally still. That means that it really doesn't move a lot unless the wind comes and moves it. And next up, we have the river. Look at the rivers. The river is a water source that comes in many shapes and sizes. They might even have waterfalls. Those are neat. Eventually, these will empty into another body of water. That means that the water that you see running in the river, it goes somewhere else, sometimes in the ocean and sometimes in a lake. And friends, in the river, that water is always moving. It's going somewhere. It's traveling. It's called a current. That means that it's going in a direction, okay? When the river has a current in it, it does make sound because the water is moving and splashing from rock to rock, side to side. Here's a stream. A stream is a water source with the current just like a river. That means that the water source travels, but it is smaller than a river. And just like the river, the stream also has a current, also moves around, but it's just a little bit smaller. Then that means that the sound of a stream is also a lot smaller than the river. Today, we're going to focus on 3 of those water sources: the ocean, the lake, and the pond. And so you have this My Water Sources book in your Schoology. Friends, we put it there as a numbers. That means that you have to open the application numbers first. The first page that we're going to come to is this page that says a water blank. It's useful. It's important resource. So what are we talking about? A water source. The next one we're going to focus on is this one. It says, and blank is the largest body of water, and it covers about 71% of the earth. It can have waves, and it's made of salt water. What are we talking about? The ocean. So you're going to write ocean right there. And there's a part in your book where you can draw a picture of the ocean right here. Next up is a blank is made of fresh or salt water. It is larger than a pond and surrounded by land on all sides. What is that? It's a lake. You also have a spot where you can draw your lake. And last but not least, a blank is a water source that can be natural or man-made. It is surrounded by land on all sides and is smaller than a lake. What do we have here? A pond. And then you'll have an opportunity to draw your pond right there. So friends, whether you're in person or you're online virtually, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you do your best lake, your best ocean, your best pond. And then you are going to submit it to us. If you're on your iPad, you could just take a screenshot. If you don't want to print it out and you don't want to do it on your iPad, grab a piece of paper and just write the word ocean and draw it, pond and draw it, lake and draw it. We'd be happy to see that. Thank you, friends. Bye.